Alright folks, so we are at Grocery Getter Garage, obviously, and welcome to Miss VTech. So today we are doing a little bit of a track day lookover, or track day check, and this time it's extra important because I did go off course and you guys saw I had quite a bit of problems. On the way here, and I noticed after the incident that she was idling really low. Normally she idles right around maybe between like 800 to 1000 RPM. She's idling all the way down to 0. She's staying on, but on the way here this morning she actually shut off because she was idling so low, so I had to keep an eye on that for sure. So there's quite a bit of things we have to check over. Also the alignment's completely off. My wheel is all the way, or well, pretty close. It's pretty far to the left, and that's what my wheels are straight. So alignment's definitely very off, which unfortunately we can't do here. That's fine. We just need to get her in a comfortable enough to drive. Make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can see my future videos coming up. Probably gonna be spending a bit of time working on her, fixing her before we go back to another track day, but we'll see what's wrong with her. Hopefully not too much. But yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so here's that back tire, the one that messed up the camber toe the worst. Trailing arm visually looks okay. We're gonna mess with this bolt right here that adjusts toe, see if that helps at all, because as of right now that's the only thing we can noticeably see that's wrong. So yeah. Okay, so we pulled a little dog bones. This is the driver's side. It seems perfectly fine, which is funny because that's the side that got hit the worst. Passenger side, it was actually installed upside down when we pulled it out, and then there's obviously this very, very obvious dent, and that actually hit right here, so you guys can see. So we're not sure if that hit during the track, when it went off track, or if it just hit over time, or what happened. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try the Ace hardware fix for the camber, to try and fix the camber on the driver's side. Wouldn't recommend doing the Ace hardware trick, but it's cheap, simple, easy. One way to get my camera in, because it's very far out on that driver's side. So we'll see if that works, but it's pretty messed up. Alright, so we're gonna head to the junkyard, try and find a different dog bone, and because that passenger side one is dented, as well as try and get some forks because we have coilovers sitting around. That would definitely be better suspension for her for now. Those coilovers are blown too, but they're better than what I have. So that's what we're doing now. So we'll see you at the junkyard. We found the dog bone, passenger side dog bone, within like 5 minutes of being here on this sedan. So first thing needed is done, just the forks now. Walking around, we found this cute little 81 Civic. It still has the porno red interior, and it used to be red on red, as you guys can see by the engine bay, but they painted it yellow. It's not a terrible paint job, but it would have been nice to keep it original. Oh, I want one. So cute. Perfect little race car. Bye, buddy. Found another beauty. An 84 flatback. So pretty. Untouched almost. I mean, like, untouched. Everything's pretty much here. Oh, I want one of these so bad. Poor thing. The interior's a little gone, but like cluster's still here. Someone took the radio, of course. That headliner is pretty much gone, but like the rear seats are perfect. Oh, poor thing. So pretty. This is the second first-gen Odyssey we found here. Definitely makes me sad. Always wanted a first-gen Odyssey as a family car. Poor little guy. Oh well. Okay, so we found the 94 Civic with the perfect forks for my coilovers. This is actually pretty much untouched. It's got quite a bit of stuff in it. Interior looks good too. But all we need is the forks, so perfect car for that. Passenger fork coming out. Driver's side's already out, so almost done. But yep. So here's our junkyard haul. Got the 2 forks, dog bone. There's the old dog bone, so you guys can see how badly dented it is. pretty good. So, alright, let's get started. Alright, so we're not sure what bent on this side. We fixed camber with that Ace Hardware fix that we were talking about earlier, so it's got some washers and longer bolts. So now it's measuring at about 0, so it's where it should be. And then the other side matches perfectly as well. There. So they're both at 0. Perfectly fine now. This one, as you guys saw, was bent, so that's the new dog bone. This one didn't need any type of Ace Hardware fix or anything. So we have no idea what bent on the driver's side. Nothing is obviously bent. Of course the camera was taken out, but we did those washers for that, so that didn't cause it at all. But there's nothing that's obviously bent at all. Ow. So no clue as to what happened exactly, but it's fixed now, so that's all that matters. Just to show you guys how bad my suspension was, these are the rears. We pushed it all the way down. This one just barely started coming up, and it's very, very slowly moving. You can't really even see it on camera. This one hasn't even moved at all. Even with help, it's not, yeah. So this is the kind of suspension I was on, and the rears were actually the only 2 springs that actually had a little bit of dampening to it that I showed you guys in the track day prep video. The rears actually had a little bit of dampening, but now they don't have any. So these are actually technically better than my fronts. That's how bad my suspension is. It's very bad. So we're going to retrieve the coilovers in the lovely backyard of Grocery Getter Garage. This is their storage room. So, not a big space, but there are my coilovers. Yay! So it's going to be stiffer than what I have now, but they are also blown out as well. That's why they're not using them. So, but it should be a better ride. Okay, so we ran into a little bit of an issue. They're all cleaned up now, but we don't have the cog or little holder, basically giant nut that goes onto here that would hold the height and everything. So we might try something else. But if we put them on like they are, my wagon's gonna be slammed and I basically can't drive like that. Alright, so fronts are in. We had to manipulate them a little bit, but fronts are in and we're working on back. Okay guys, so we did find one issue that the me going off course did cause, the lower ball joint on the driver's side, which is the driver's front, which is the one that actually hit the rumble strips at speed first. It's gone, broken, so it's not supposed to do that. Yeah, that's one thing we do have to fix. We won't be able to fix today, but that's, again, the only thing that we've seen noticeably caused by me going off. Everything else, there's nothing obvious, nothing pointed out to us. So as of right now, this is what we found so far, and we'll go from there. Okay, so new coilovers, both front and rear are in. My daily wheels are on. We did figure out the issue, or a possible issue, as to why she's idling so low. This ground right here was loose, very loose. And we also found out that one of these little, oh, where's my finger? Ah, this little guy was missing, completely off, and that was on before we went on to the track. So, yeah, I'm gonna turn it on, test, and make sure that we're not idling too low. So, yeah. So she's still idling low, so sponsor is messing with it a little bit. He's just trying to mess with it to get it to idle higher, and hopefully we can get it fixed. Not sure why it idled low in the first place, besides possibly that ground, but we'll see. I can't believe how skirty she is already. Or like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm so used to bouncing. And it's like, I can tell the difference between like soft bouncing, like this is hard bouncing, you know? Like it's steady.
And then this is 10K, so it will have more rotation on turn. It'll turn easier.
Oh.
less understeer.
Definitely a lot stiffer. Like, I normally don't go this fast in this road because of these bumps. I mean, the real test would be the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Because those are where I almost hit my head. One cool thing about Tucson, if you ever need to test your suspension, you don't have to go far. Just go and drive in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to figure out what's wrong with turning.
It's probably the ball joint.
Oh, that's what's making it so hard?
Yeah, the ball joint is a pivot point, so when you're turning, it's using it.
So that must have happened when we crashed, yeah. Because I didn't start complaining about it until I got back on track.
Mm-hmm.
And that was shortly after.
How's your view on it, though?
It's good. I mean, just like you said, they're much more steady than they're before. It's more steady than the ones I had before, the springs I had before, but I can definitely still tell that these ones are not the greatest shape. But 10 times better than my squishy ones. So yeah, I'm not hitting my head anymore, hopefully. Again, the real test will be the railroad tracks, and I'll videotape that, but we'll see. So you guys can get an idea, I don't remember if you saw the video from before, but this is where she's sitting now. It's still a little bit out, it's leaning out a tiny bit still, but definitely was a lot more before. This passenger one didn't really change. It's somewhat of what they were sitting at before, so you can see it is leaned out a little bit more than that one. But before it was much, much worse. So those spacers, the Ace hardware fix was a good fix. It helped it quite a bit. It's still out again, but it's way better than before. And we just got off of our little test drive with the new suspension, and she is so much more sturdier. Very happy. Can't wait to take her on course. Alright, so we just got off the freeway. Railroad tracks will be coming up shortly. Because of my front lower ball joint, I actually cannot go over the railroad tracks very fast and test my suspension, because that might snap, causing me to possibly lose my wheel completely. So, not going to go as fast as I can over the railroad tracks, but we will test that eventually. I've already noticed that because of that lower ball joint, my steering is really badly messed up, but it seems to react quicker. I'm going to get out of the way and go over the railroad tracks. Basically like I'm like a speed bump almost is how I'm going to be taking it, just because that lower ball joint is close to breaking. So I'm going to put my hazards on so people know, and then I'm going to go over. Oh. Okay. Alright, we made it. We're okay. We went over the railroad tracks. So, that was uneventful. I won't be able to actually test the suspension over the railroad tracks until we get that lower ball joint fixed, which should hopefully be by next week, but we'll see. Alright folks, so that brings an end to today's video. So it's kind of eventful. We didn't plan on putting it in, or the coilovers in, but we knew that they were laying there. We figured might as well get it done anyway since we're checking everything. And I think my sponsor figured that the suspension, something would be messed up in it or bent in it where we couldn't use my original ones. Thankfully they were all good, so we're going to keep them as extras just in case, because these coilovers are blown out as well, so something might eventually happen with them. So at this point, the only thing that really happened when I went off course or off track was that my front lower ball joint broke or got messed up. So that's the only thing we could see noticeably. Besides that, dog bone did get a dent in it, but again, we don't know if that was due to the me going off, or if it was because just something beforehand, maybe going over the railroad tracks. I have no idea. Plus, it was put in there upside down, so that's what we think is really what caused it. It was put upside down, and then something, you know, got it close enough to hit. But anyways, it brings an end to this video. Again, very eventful. We just have to get in alignment now that we did all the suspension stuff. But everything else is pretty much done besides that front lower ball joint. It shouldn't take too long to do either. So thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. It helps me out a ton. I will see you guys next time. Probably going to be working on the ball joint next video, but we will see. So thanks for watching Miss VTech. See you later.